Hey, what else do we need for the show?
I think we need an audio interface.
Don't I got an audio interface?
It's only 2-channel.
Fuck.
What's going on? You guys doing all right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You glad to be back?
Yes. Yes.
We never left.
Yeah, we never really did.
Tell the people what this is.
Over there.
What is this?
Life.
This is a way of life.
This is 6 beers in, right?
This is 6 beers in.
This is
I'm
6 beers
fucking
in.
excited.
I'm excited.
You know why?
As am I.
Because we're out. We're on the interwebs now.
We are,
on the
man.
tubes.
You can look us up officially now.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. You did a lot of work, Richard.
We on the World Wide Web.
We on the World Wide Web. You know what? If you're listening to this and you liked what you saw and you like what you're listening to now, go over to YouTube, 6 Beers In, give us a thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button. Doesn't that sound like a good idea, everybody?
Doesn't it?
Yes, YouTube at 6 Beers In. We want to thank you guys for the support. You guys rule. Without further ado, I welcome you back to our secret little home studio. I bring back 2 great guests, Richard Wright and Alan Tremaine.
Woo.
Both of them have some exciting shit planned in the future, and we might be talking about that later. We might not. I just like hyping these guys up. But yeah, so without further ado, man, 6 Beers In. So thanks, guys. Thanks for being back.
Yeah.
How was the week for you guys? It was a quick one for me, and it was good.
Yeah, it was a quick week, man.
It was for me also.
Yeah. Been productive. We got the show running.
Yes.
6 beers in, going now.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
That's great. It's so exciting. It's a good
Yeah.
thing that people actually enjoy it. Alan, did you have a good week?
Yes, I did.
It's a good thing.
I got a few people to enjoy the show.
It's good.
I'm in a different position at my job, so I work a little bit more, and my days have been going by pretty quick.
Praise Dio. Now, if you want to, you can turn to chapter 1 of the Holy Diver.
Yeah.
Ride the Tiger. You can see his stripes, but you know he's mean.
Yeah.
That means
I see what he means.
That means that your inner spirit has transformed and is being
I can
able
feel
to
it.
feel other things.
I can feel it. As you can see, I wore my Goku Dragon Ball
Good.
Z shirt today. Just like power, though.
Dio does some magical things for people. Just know that.
Yeah.
He was a fucking wizard.
He was a
people.
wizard.
Hell Dio. Well, that's
I'm
good
a
you had a
wizard.
good week, man.
It's been a great week.
That's good, man. Awesome. Well, yeah, I had a good week, too. It was quick. Saw the kid a couple times. Ate some good food.
How was it? What'd you do?
I just worked.
Yeah.
Sanded all
Me
day.
too.
All night, actually.
That's what this is all
The
for.
Laotian chick at work brought me some spicy-ass curry and noodles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was excited.
Yeah.
I haven't had many curries.
And the soup that she had was good, too. It had mushrooms and shit in it.
Ah.
Some spices.
Yeah.
She hooked me up. It was like $6.95. I was like, I'm going to give you like $10 just because. She was like, no. And I was like, I'm giving that to you. It was worth every penny of it. Because I ate half of it then, and then I stored the rest later. It's my fucking hog.
Yeah. Me too.
But yeah, you should try it. It's curry's good.
Yeah.
I totally get the spiciest shit that they had.
That's what I want, but that's what I haven't had yet.
We should do that. They'll ask you scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 or whatever,
Yeah.
and they always look at you funny when you ask them. You sure? Yeah. Fuck yeah, I'm sure. I'm ready for this ride. I'm ready for what's
I would
to
be
happen
like,
in the
nope.
morning.
Nope. I'm not sure. Take
Dude.
it down 2 notches for me.
Listen, it's good stuff. No, dude.
Somebody asked
That
you,
shit'll
are you
burn
sure?
all the bad shit out of your digestive system. It'll hurt the next day, but it does some wonders. It's why those people live a little longer than some people, some of us. I don't know. They do live in horrible conditions, but at the same time, it seems like their, lifespan is a little bit better because of the way they eat. Think about what we eat. What do we eat? McDonald's? Shit from Walmart.
Dude, America's fucked up. Oh, somebody at work showed me a movie trailer. Have you seen the director of the Muppets and all the Muppet stuff? And he's making a movie, but it's like the dirty version of the Muppets. They like cuss, they like fucking and shit. And
What?
it's like Sausage Party, but it's the Muppets.
Oh, dude.
Made by the dude who made the Muppets.
No.
So they're like cursing and violence and some shit. What is
Yeah,
this?
Like Muppets getting killed. It's called fucking Murder, the Happy Time Murders.
It sounds demented.
Wow.
Dude, I watched it and got sick. Like,
Really? Did your kid just kind of faint?
they're fucking killing all the kid stuff, man. They're turning it into like adult stuff. Like, even on Up, like at the beginning of Up, that was so sad.
Bitch couldn't
That
have
was
kids.
like real life shit.
Well, yeah, I
was.
mean, everything's like marketed for kids to be like, you know, everything's marketed towards kids like an adult sense now. You know what I'm saying? Even in like fashion, and the kids, like the girls wear these clothes, you know,
Yeah.
and
It's a little strange.
it is a little strange.
Supposedly, they
Disney.
They did it. They did it so it would make parents more likely to go take their kids to see those movies, because they knew that these movies ain't just for kids, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what values are we
Doing
as society, you know, pushing on our children now through entertainment? Because we have pushed the boundary so much now.
Well, Up was just real.
That was
Up
very
was,
real.
yeah. Dude, the first few minutes
That
of
was
movie,
real life.
Oh, that
but
about
they didn't
made me
have to
cry.
tell people, you know, like children
Yeah.
about the sadness of, like, I remember growing up thinking that like babies like came from like
Some
magical
yeah.
place.
Yeah, dude. Some magical fucking
places.
bird that flew in the middle of the night with a fucking cloth wrapped pink or blue.
Pelican.
And just
But what if
dropped
you
the
found-
motherfucker off.
Like
And
the
what if
beginning
you
of
found
Dumbo.
out that some of those babies got dropped and they died? Like, that was the equivalent of what happened on Up. to
Or,
me.
you know, what if the
Right.
stork was just, you know, had a hangover and had a bad day at work, and, you know, the Chinese family gets a
Either
white
way,
baby. You
I'm
know
a
what I'm
kid,
saying?
That ain't none of my
There'd be
business.
some fucked up shit. Well, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
What
man.
have you?
They got Spider-Man killing folks now.
That's insane.
All
Yeah.
the superheroes are just killing folks.
Yeah, superheroes used to not kill people, you know what I'm saying?
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, I never really got into Spider-Man or
Dude,
comic books, but, you know, some of the movies are good.
The morals, man, have just like dropped so much.
But, yeah, I know what you mean. It seemed like it was a little more wholesome,
Yeah.
sort of, when I was growing up, you know. But like I said, I never really watched too many superhero movies or shows. I did see some of the like original Batman movies, you know, from back in the day, and those are really cool. And I saw
Yeah.
some of the shows from back in the day, and those are pretty cool. I've seen the old Green Lantern with Bruce Lee and shit.
Right.
You know, shit like that was good. It seemed like it was a little bit sort of weird, sort of strange and goofy, and very low budget, but at the same time very genius.
Yeah.
And you know, it was just
Oh, yeah.
something different. You know, think about it when it came out. You know, it was kind of a weird thing to put out on TV, but you did have like the Munsters and fucking, you know, I Dream of
Yeah.
Jeannie and weird shit like that coming out. So
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But either way, I watched a lot of horrible shit as a kid.
Munsters.
The Munsters, those are great shows.
The monsters.
And fucking Addams Family.
The Addams Family.
Yeah.
Like, the dad was a freak. The mom was a freak.
Oh yeah.
And not in like a vampire. type.
Gomez and Morticia.
They was getting at it all the time.
Yeah, I felt like that was a good relationship. They were like meant to be. What was she, like a vampire or something? And he was
It was very
just like
meant to
a
be.
weird evil undead dude.
I thought they was both vampires.
It might have been both vampires. I didn't watch
I
that
don't
show
know.
much, but I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah.
Think about the quality of TV and just shows back then. You know, they were old shows, but they were great. You know, one show I can think of off the top of my head is the Andy Griffith Show. That's probably arguably the greatest TV show of all time. The first maybe 5 seasons when it was black and white, like that shit has meaning to it. Every episode has something everybody can relate to, and it's not overbearingly you know, in your face, you know.
Yeah.
There's some tense moments, there's some sad moments, there's some funny moments.
But it's all wholesome.
You know, yeah. And I don't think there's TV like that anymore. It's just all
Boy Meets World.
Dude, it's just fucked up shit, man. It's like it's all the same cop drama. It's all the same doctor drama. You know?
I loved Boy Meets World, man.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you like Dawson's Creek too? You
No,
Fuck.
Nope.
no,
Nope.
but dude, one word, and you already know.
Topanga.
Topanga.
see, I never watched any of that fucking crazy shit.
She was the dream of like all of the guys, man, growing up watching that show, and the girls. Girls loved. I mean, dude, Topanga was a phenomenon.
I did like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It was a good show.
Buffy was a good show.
It really was, man. It was kind of out there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one I didn't get into.
It was like like supernatural for like TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kinda, as far as like subject matter and things.
I watched it, but I didn't get into it.
Yeah.
It took me a couple times to get into it. I watched it as a kid and was pissed off because it like took the spot of King of the Hill or some shit. You know, I was like, what the fuck is this?
See, man, the
But I
reason
didn't get
why-
into it until
For,
later.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
yeah,
Well, spooky show.
Oh yeah.
throw the damn
yeah.
dust in the fire, and it's like, boom.
You know how many nightmares I had because of that
Erie,
show?
Indiana.
Jesus.
That
Jeez Louise, man.
Goosebumps. And
The theme songs alone to Goosebumps are shocking
Dun,
enough.
dun, 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 dun.
We should mess with that.
Dude.
Yeah.
And stories you tell in the dark.
Scary stories to
Yeah.
tell in the dark.
Scary stories.
book?
to tell in
Oh yes, the
book.
books. Yeah,
You
the
know-
book series.
Oh,
head
man.
with the dude smoking
Oh.
the pipe.
That is some spooky.
You remember book
shit.
fairs? Yo?
Yeah, that's where I'd find those. And Goosebumps, you find them at the book fairs. Our library had the scary stories in middle school, and I
so
ran
great.
through those, man. Oh my god,
I loved them all. There was a lot in that shit. And they
Yeah.
also didn't have like some spin-offs, like not scary stories, but just like other shit. You know,
Yeah, there
I remember
was
some of
other
those.
stuff. I remember the artwork was really cool.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah,
It kind of
They
sucked
were
you
good
in.
with it.
It's like, oh, what's
The artwork really creeped me out.
That was
man.
one of them that was real creepy. I can't remember which one it was. I remember that song with the worms.
Oh,
That
Yeah,
shit was tight.
the one where the
forgot
other one
about
where
that.
don't laugh if the hearse drives by or something like that. You know, that spooky shit.
yeah.
That shit fucking spook. Every time I see one, I think of that shit, and I'm just like, oh god damn.
Man, we looked up one a couple weeks ago. Was it Harold?
Oh yeah, fuck that shit.
the
The scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
Scarecrows are freaky, anyways.
They are, man.
We used to have one out there in the field.
It's a good, piece of lore, folklore.
Scarecrow is a weird thing, man.
I'm good on having a scarecrow. Look, this is what you do. You take pie tins, like
Tradish.
aluminum pie tins, put them on a thing, and it bangs when the wind blows.
Yeah,
So,
Bam.
some people around
fuck
here
having
do
a
that.
scarecrow.
Yeah.
What?
My grandparents had like one of those plastic owls that sit about 2 foot tall for a long time with the beaming yellow eyes. And sometimes when I would get home from the kids' the house over there, they'd freak me out sometimes.
Our friend John Wynn has a gigantic stuffed tiger on his couch that watches you walk around. I swear, man.
I would wake up in the middle of the night over there and go to get something to
Really?
drink. Yeah. And it would, no matter where it's set at the house, it was staring at
It
you.
could see.
Wow.
It was
That's
making
nuts.
eye contact with you. That
Yeah.
shit was.
Well, you think maybe there's like a spirit trapped inside? That's funny you mentioned that, and it's
Well,
funny
there-
that
there
I
was-
mentioned that because
That whole house was haunted. Maybe that whole
Really?
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole- yeah, that
there
whole
were
area
multiple things that happened, like crazy, spooky things that happened up there. It's a good friend of ours we grew up with, and me and Alan would both spend a lot of time up there, stay summers, weeks,
so you firsthand experience.
Yeah, firsthand experience.
Yep.
That place is haunted.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. See, I read something not too long ago about this guy who was just an antique hunter. He'd just go out to thrift stores and just try to find cool shit, and he'd resell it. But he was there with his wife, and they were digging around, and up on this cabinet there was a box, and he was like, "Oh man, that's a cool box." He gets the box down, and it was sort of catching his eye anyways because it was sort of out of the way and didn't have a price tag on it.
Yeah.
Well, inside the box, there's this fucking creepy ass doll. And he's like, "Well, that's intriguing. There's no price tag on it either. It seemed like it's forgotten too." So that he takes it up to the counter. There's two old ladies. It's like they act like they've never seen the thing in their entire life. They're like, "Oh, where'd you find that at?" So, anyways, he gets it for $5, and next thing you know, like weird shit just starts happening whenever he takes it home. He just feels weird. Well, anyways, this dude put it in the middle of his bed and put like a fucking a heat gun or a thermometer sort of thing where you can read it sort of like just pointing right at it.
Yeah.
And it went from 74 degrees to like 45 degrees within a matter of 30 seconds. It went cold.
Wow.
And he also did some sort of like electro ion test to see if there was ions coming off of it, just emitting some sort of energy. And there was like twice as much as a microwave oven being emitted off of this thing. Almost,
Wow.
yeah, dude, some crazy shit, man. So
That's wild.
that's
That's a lot.
yeah, dude, that's some spooky shit, man. You
Yeah,
guys
dude.
believe some of the,
Oh, dude,
you've
I
had
have
firsthand experience,
I've had
so
multiple firsthand experiences.
shit, do tell.
I have one thing that has stuck with me, man, throughout my whole life, and I went ghost hunting with some friends one time.
Oh, who hasn't done that?
Yeah, right. Like,
get pumped up.
We heard this story. This house had been burned down with the people in it, and we went over there and checked it out. The shed, the barn, was still up, but the house had been destroyed, and all that was left was the chimney. It was very weird feeling.
Like the whole the base and the
Yeah.
top of the chimney was sort of intact.
Yeah.
Was there like a fireplace maybe?
Yeah, it was really.
That's really fucking spooky.
It was spooky.
If you're tearing down a house,
Yeah.
and you got the bulldozer there, you might as well take down the fucking chimney. Doesn't it seem like a waste of fucking
And
time?
but it was probably a group of like 6 people, and between those 6 people, me and 2 other people went into the barn that was on the property.
Yeah.
And when the door shut and I made about 10 steps, I couldn't hear anyone else, see anything else, even though like the moonlight was bright and there were cracks all in the wood. Like you could see light in it when you walked in the place, but as soon as the door shut, you couldn't see anything, hear anybody. I like yelled their names. They said they could not hear me. The same thing happened to them. As soon as the door shut, we like went into another like realm or something, like legit. Wow. And it got really cold, and I'm sitting there like yelling for my friends, like trying to find the wall, to find my way out because I'm not hearing anything. And this thing touched me. It grabbed my shoulder, and I cried. Like literally just started.
You just felt an emotion.
I felt the most saddest, depressed, just wickedly depressed feeling rush over me, and was so just sad and like, man,
almost like a soul that wants to be released from where he's at. He wants to be out of this barn.
I felt death. I felt like what it felt to me was like what death was. Like I felt it.
Holy shit.
And it scared the hell out of me. I remember I just took off running, and eventually I ran straight into the wood of the barn, and like all of a sudden I could see again, and like the door was cracked, and like I opened the door and my friends were out there like, you've been in there for like 30 minutes, dude. Like like, we opened the door, went in, like looked for you, had flashlights, like you've been like gone. And like
crazy shit is that?
That stuck with me, man, for a long time. And that happened to me when I was like 14. Because I've always hung out with I always hung out back then with older people. It just always happened. I was hanging out with like 18, 19, 20-year-olds, when I was like 13, 14.
Yeah, bumming cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. That's fucking insane, dude.
And then also, when I was really young, something really crazy that happened at my great-grandmother's woods on her property. That's one I don't really speak about, but I've had a lot of first-hand experience.
You don't speak about it. We're going to dig that out of you one day. That sounds spooky. Yeah, I've only had a couple, not bad ones, but just enough to rattle the old cage there.
Yeah.
I did experience the Bell Witch Cave.
Oh.
I've been there.
That shit, I didn't really see anything or, hear much anything, but you definitely feel something.
Yeah.
You feel some sort of negative things going on.
And energy does stick. It stays.
It's almost musty, and I remember breathing a little bit more shallow there, It just felt weird. I don't know. I was a little bit young, but
How old were you?
I was probably 7 or 8, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And I was just sort of old enough to sort of not be creeped out, but I was sort of still young enough to get creeped out if You know what I'm saying? I made my mind think that way.
Yeah.
You know, that's about the time that you sort of start looking at scary movies from a different way.
Right.
You're just like, oh, this is more badass than it is scary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's sort of where I was at. But that was really just a weird experience. It just gave me goosebumps. And then the other time, me and my dad were walking outside. We were fixing to go eat. And this was at my old house. And we had the normal door, and then we had a storm door. And so he goes and checks the mail, and I walk outside. I lock the door. We had one of those push button locks at the time. Beep.
Yeah.
So we were cool. You know, we were styling and profiling. And then we had like a screen door, and it had its own little sort of lock on it too. So I shut it, and I flipped the switch on it too. Just, I don't know, just out of habit. I locked it up too. So he's going to check the mail. I'm walking over to the car, and I just last second sort of walk up to my dad and just ask him, hey, did I get this in the mail? I think I was expecting something. And we hear that storm door fucking slam, dude. And we both turned white as a ghost, and we turned around and we were like, holy shit, dude. Because that house was built in the 30s, and an old man had died in that house. It was like two sisters' parent, or like dad or some shit, you know. The parents had lived there forever and built the house. And he had died in apparently the old middle room, you know, there. So maybe that was his spirit, you know. I don't know. But that shit happened, and it freaked us the fuck out. Some spooky shit happened in that house, too. But
Yeah.
it's really the only times I've had that shit. I went sort of ghost hunting, too, but
Yeah.
never really had any weird experiences
As
like
far
that. That
as
was fucking
firsthand
insane on your
experience.
part. Yeah. Nothing like that.
Tommy spoke to us.
Yeah, I've had sort of Tommy messages too.
Yeah.
The late great Tommy Shannon.
Yeah, rest in peace, the late great Tommy Shannon.
Alan, you got any paranormal experiences?
Me and a group of my friends were walking through the nature trails by the lake in O'Hickory, and we got deep off in the air. The sun started going down, so we started walking back. Then when we got towards the entrance of the place, we were walking, and then there was this like old man on a bench sitting there, and it's like 6 of us, and he's got a light blue sweater on, and it's like radiating light off of it, just like glowing, and it's getting dark, and it's a bunch of trees on the nature trail, so it's dark now.
Yeah.
And he looked so bright, and his skin looked young, but like he didn't have any like wrinkles, but you can tell he was like really old.
Mm-hmm.
His hair was gray, and his eyes was all black,
Whoa.
like those contacts.
Yeah.
And then we're like walking past him, and we all look at him, and then everything just got really, really slow, like slow motion.
Mm.
And then we all like are just watching him, and then we get out, we get home, and then I bring it up. I'm like, did y'all see that motherfucker sitting on the bench? Like when we was coming out of the place, they was like, yeah. There's like his eyes was like black as fuck, and then I was like, everything got slow as shit, and everybody was like, I know, like it was tripping.
Wow.
And I just went and walked my dog down there the other day,
Yeah.
and I got towards the end, and the whole time I'm walking, it just feels like somebody's in the woods, like beside me,
Just sort of following
but
you.
a bunch of people. Like it felt weird. Like it's a path. It's one path. And we're walking down the path, and it feels like I'm being like stalked.
From all points.
Like yeah. And then I get towards the end, and I keep looking behind me the whole time. I just keep looking behind me. And then I get towards the end, and I look behind me, and the dude in the blue sweater was like way down off in the distance. But he was wearing the same shit. Like it could have been anybody, but whoever it was wasn't walking. That's what fucked me up.
He was just standing there.
He was just standing there in the middle of the path, like way down there, kind of close to where we saw him the first time. But he just was standing there.
I've seen some weird people like that, man.
And then I walked for a second, and I just kept going. And then I turned around. He wasn't behind me. I walked back. I never saw him. He wasn't even in there, like in the nature trails.
That's wild, man.
That's fucked up. You know what? I got the heebie-jeebies. I need to go take a break and refocus. So let's get out of this paranormal talk, and I'm gonna go try to shake this case of the butterflies. But I think we'll be right back, and I think we got some great shit for you guys. So stay tuned, motherfuckers. 6 beers in, bitches.
Yeah.
Don't you look at me like that, Richard. Don't you look at me like that.
Funyuns, man.
You know the Nickelback song? I always thought they were saying, "Are we out of Funyuns?"
Dude, I did too, man. That's funny.
We'll be right back.
Save the children! Save the children!
Bye-bye, britches. You wanted a Sunday, but didn't want to put on pants. So I got you Blue Bunny loaded Sundays. Delicious Sundays. Right from your freezer. Blue Bunny loaded Sundays.
You like the roll?
Give in to the bunny.
Heineken.
As the temperatures heat up, there's no surefire way to cool down. Fruity, frozen ices, just 99 cents all summer long.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Mary May, getting you up to speed on your weather
American
tomorrow
selection
morning.
of
Could be
snacks
dealing with
here.
some patchy fog. Take it easy on
Which
the
you
roads.
can't go
High of
wrong
91
with.
tomorrow with plenty of sunshine in the afternoon. Dry through Tuesday, second half of the week.
Is this
We'll
fine
be building
American
in
thing?
some
The
rain.
Reese's peanut butter cup. The fun of it, man.
Oh yeah. I feel like Waffle House really went down after they like cut out the smoking inside. Oh yeah, they did. You know? I feel they lost a lot of business. Put your camera away. I am the creature of the night.
Are we out of fun yet?
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, out of fun, yes.
Are you for real? Are they not twisty anymore?
What? Damn. Ain't that a bitch?
Oh my god, y'all are gonna die, dude.
We are back with 6 beers in. Alan, Jermaine, and Richard Wright. 6 beers in. We're going to do some cool things for you tonight. Don't get into a fight.
6 beers in.
6 beers in. We're back. I'm the old school of Ben Cooper. We had to take a store trip. You know what we were missing? We were missing beer.
We were.
We were 6 beers in when we started, but the beer had wear it off. The heebie-jeebies wore the beer off, and I'm glad we shook those. That was fucking scary.
That was. We should get coasters.
We did learn that Ray was a Waffle House employee. That was really cool.
That was
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
I always like conversating with old Ray.
Ray's awesome.
Yeah, good.
It's a
people.
ray of sunshine.
Put your camera away.
He's a gentleman.
Speaking of Up, he looks like it.
He's the
Hey,
guy
yeah.
from Up. Hopefully not.
Also, when you motherfuckers were, playing with each other over there in the candy aisle, I got something that you guys might be interested in participating in if you guys have the fucking balls.
Wait, what? What do you got?
Fucking haunted ghost pepper chips.
Oh, let's do it.
Listen, guys.
Sounds
Listen,
freaking
listen,
hot on the
listen.
front.
This whole segment, you got to eat 3. Pick your 3. I'll pick my 3. You pick your 3.
I mean, I'll
We
eat
got
the rest of the
the
bag.
And the rest of the segment to eat 3. You can eat them as fast as you want or as slow as you want. But
Non-GMO.
yes, everything's
it
not
says
GMO.
freaking hot. It's got Aztec warriors on here.
So you
Aztec
know
warrior.
it's real
Aztec warriors.
serious
No
stuff.
more locked doors.
No more locked doors, Holmes.
Yeah, the shit looks crazy. I've actually had the unfortunate pleasure of having one before, and
Unfortunate, you say.
So he's just trying to. He's just trying to
listen, I'm
Yeah.
pretty ballsy when it comes to spicy shit.
It's one of those here,
But
smell this type deals.
Those things are fucking crazy. Richard, if you want to smell them first. Give him a fucking wolf.
Oh, I smell.
Pass it around.
Let me.
Let Alan smell.
A little scent of that.
You know, you
goodness
gotta
right
pick all three. You gotta pick your three. Everybody's got to pick their three.
Not too bad.
No, you got to eat the whole fucking thing. You can't pussyfoot around.
Why they gotta be whole chips? Why
That's a
ain't
hell
none-
of a chip, bro.
Why ain't none of them broke yet? Wait, warnings. There's a warning on this bag.
Really? That's not a solid enough chip.
Dude, that's a hell of a chip, bro.
There we go.
I thought he was bullshitting.
All right, I'm ready.
He wasn't bullshitting.
You ready,
bro.
Alan?
It's too much.
I'm just doing it in one bite.
He wasn't bullshitting.
I'm gonna get my other two out.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
a
gonna
good
go
one.
ahead- I'm gonna go ahead and get my 3.
It's creeping.
Yeah, that's some serious shit.
Oh man.
Why'd you do this, you bastard?
Man.
Should've got
I don't think
Tom's.
that's a good enough chip. What do you guys think? It's not
Nope.
good enough.
We should have got Tom's.
No.
Oh man.
Yeah, Ben just fucked us
Here
up.
you go. There's two.
I'm killing mine. Fuck y'all.
Is that a thing now? Like, is people
my
just
third.
trying to like just make the spiciest fucking food out there? Because
Just hurt
you see that in the
themselves.
mall all the time, like hot sauce stores and shit, and they got like fucking devil's dick hot sauce. You know? Yeah, this shit's creeper. What do you think?
I'm done.
You're
Yeah.
done? You're
But-
pussying out already.
He ate all three.
I ate all 3.
Oh, holy fuck! Really? Oh, you're fucked. You are seriously fucked.
I feel it.
See, I'm playing it smart. I'm fixing to eat the other one though. Woo! But no, guys, like
I'm mad
Y'all
at you,
just
Ben.
have to see me suffer a couple times because I'm waiting
you're waiting. Yeah, this shit blows, brother.
just a little bit.
Richard is over here dying, folks. I
I'm mad
he's
at you for this.
He's gonna have to cancel his bucket blast fest.
He's about to bucket blast literally.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
So yeah, if you guys want to try this, I don't know how to pronounce it, but pakai, whatever. It's not phasing me that bad.
I can't do it.
I
Cut.
gotta make sure I don't.
I can't do it.
Oh my god.
I'm done. I'm done.
Richard writes done. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we almost lost Richard Wright just then. If you did not just see what just happened, we had to take a break. He ate all 3 of his ghost chips at once and he had to cut the camera. He is feeling rough.
Oh my god, dude.
Richard, you shouldn't have ate all 3.
I can take hot shit. That's fucking intense,
I hear
man.
you. Get the-
It's intense, bro.
I, on the other hand,
I got the
I think
sniffles.
I think I've cooled down a little bit.
I'll cool down. The beer helped a whole lot.
You guys only ate one?
We only ate one.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But it
fuck
was
you
a
guys.
significant burn. It was a good burn. What do you think? I mean, it was intense, but
For a second, it was a lot.
Yeah,
yeah,
one.
but it was a good burn.
Yeah, but
But
man,
now I don't feel it in my chest.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't feel it on my tongue anymore.
3 on top of those, man. Like, why didn't you suggest Tums during our trip?
I didn't think it would get this far. I figured, you guys would eat all.
Kleenex.
Yeah,
Figure we fucking.
it's either way. I'm actually probably going to go ahead and eat the other one and
Yeah,
just
the
get it out
popcorn
of the
does
way.
help, man. Let me see what's up with this shit.
So,
Popcorn does
but
help.
you eat spicy food,
I do. I love spicy food,
really? No,
but that's fucking hot, dude.
it is.
bro.
I'm going to go ahead and eat the other one. This is number 2 for me. So
Yeah. Let me enjoy you guys suffering now.
it's not that bad.
All right.
Yeah, if you strong through, it's kind of got a good lime taste to it.
But now my chest is like burning on fire.
Oh, you're good, man.
And
You're
mouth,
good,
My mouth ain't hot no more. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't.
folks. Alan, Jermaine,
I'm just
getting a second chip.
I'm enjoying the popcorn.
Is that a decent sized chip? I mean,
No. No. You gotta get a bigger one.
I feel
than
like
that.
it at least has to have like 3 points.
There we
That's
go.
decent enough. That's
Yeah.
kind of like this
It
one.
looked like somebody bit out of it already.
Probably Richard.
No. I ate mine.
Richard, eat 3 more and I'll give you $5.
Nope.
My nose is gonna be completely.
This one's not as bad, Alan. Seriously. Yep. Not as bad. Because you're already burned.
You're the one that got me to eat these after you already know how bad they were.
You guys agreed, and I put myself in the same shoes too.
No credit.
You're fucked up, bro.
Well, I give you respect, Alan, for trudging along with me.
I got you, bro. I got you.
All together, right? All together.
All together.
Yeah. I ate all three of mine. Fuck y'all.
A little bit off subject here, just to take your mind off things. We were going back to childhoods earlier, and I just want to know what's the most '90s memory you can think of?
The fat Game Boy.
With Tetris.
With Tetris.
Yep.
The gray fat Game Boy. I blew the batteries out of mine because I played Tetris so long. The batteries popped out of the back.
Holy shit! Were they just so hot?
I guess so. It freaked me out because I thought I was going to get like battery acid on my hand. Holy fuck.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's hot.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
No, it's not.
The most '90s memory I can think of is probably watching any fucking Disney movie on a VHS with a clear bubble back TV while you were in a bunk bed and your cousins were sitting below you and they were eating like fucking Duncan Hines Fun Dip.
We had the pallet.
Pallet. Yep. The fucking pallet.
We put the covers on the floor. That's another 90s thing.
Pallets and forts. Shit like that. I don't feel like people do that as much anymore.
Right.
Kids are immediately given smartphones and tablets and fucking electronic gib-gab, but they're not given enough time to creatively do shit on their own.
Yeah. And, the forts.
I'm eating the other one. Fuck it.
Ernest. Ernest goes to jail.
We had like the best cartoons, I think, man. Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
100% agree.
There was the Batman, of course, but Ren and Stimpy growing up. We had
100%.
What was the Double Dragon?
Not familiar.
Double Dragon.
I got
bro.
the Double Dragon movie. It's pretty good.
That was like a really forgotten one that kind of like blew over real quick. I was like, that was good shit, Ben. I'm sorry you missed that.
Voltron.
Yeah. I see. I didn't miss that. Do you guys remember Freakazoid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Freakazoid.
That was a little hidden jet.
Runs around.
You remember? Nah. You guys remember Beetleborgs?
Big
Bad Beetleborgs. They were some crazy kids, man. That was weird. It was sort of like a Power Rangers sort of knockoff.
Yeah. Animorphs. I remember all those books too.
They need a book fair, like a bookmobile for adults that just pulls up at random places. But you know what?
You're onto something.
I also need to start reading books again.
Me too.
For me to even
Every time I go to McKay's, I say to myself, get a book on something.
Yeah.
Anything that you find interesting, just so you can read it, so you can go to sleep at night or read it at a break at work or yada, yada, yada.
I love McKay's. Man.
Never
I got a lot of really good memories there.
McKay's is treasure.
Yeah, it is.
McKay's can also be fucking overbearing at times. Sometimes I go,
like Netflix.
have you noticed that when you walk in McKay's, it's its own goddamn climate? It can be fucking 0 outside or 95 degrees or fucking whatever. And it's got its own like climate. You walk in and you feel the negative fucking rush of energy.
It's a portal.
It's crazy, man.
It is.
But sometimes you go in there and there's like fucking 20,000 people in there and you can't get shit for dick for nothing. It's horrible.
All right. I do. I love books, man. I have a personal library I constantly add to and read from, so I can't say that I don't read enough. I read a lot.
Boys, it feels like Satan has French kissed me. My tongue and lips are on fucking fire right now.
That is ass.
I ate all 3 of those chips, and I have to suffer the rest of this segment with the burn. I don't know.
feel lighter in weight.
I do too. Have you ate the 3rd one yet?
No.
Wait until you cross that 3rd threshold.
Yeah, it's
what?
number 3 that does it.
Bullshit.
I might actually wait. I might just relive this again.
Well, do what you do, because
Yeah. I should have. You know what? You said we had the whole segment. I should have waited to eat those 3 until the last minute.
At least you're good right now. We're not.
favorite band from the sort of, big hair bands. Who was it?
Like, you had to give me like a little bit.
Well,
more
I mean,
specific.
just like the
80s.
fucking,
Like hair metal?
Because I feel like Aerosmith was
talking
kind
about
of
these
sort of,
dudes?
No, I would totally put them in like 70s, late 70s.
but, just
kinda
sort of
blues rock.
Yeah, but that was their but you know what I mean? They really got big when they started playing more or less like the big
Dude looks
stadium.
like a lady.
Yeah, I feel like that was a little bit more
Okay.
image, so.
Yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying there.
Because you got to respect some of them.
But I wouldn't put them in the same basket
I
as
guess.
like Motley Crue and,
But they do have a lot of hair.
they do have a lot of hair.
George
Yeah.
Clinton and the Funkadelics.
That's great.
They wear a hairband. There's a dude with an afro. There's a dude with colorful, crazy hair.
My favorite hair metal band or hair rock band that era, has definitely always been Guns N' Roses. I have a huge respect for Axl Rose and what he's done just in the history of vocals is ridiculous to me. I enjoy singers who are very different and unique, and that I think is one of the most unique voices that's ever crossed airwaves.
I can dig.
Yeah.
I can dig that vibe.
And he's really deep too. Where a lot of like the lyricists in that time were very kind of, granted they had their songs that were just about sex and drugs and drinking.
Yeah.
But then they had songs like Estranged that were like 11, 12-minute long like epics that you wouldn't see Motley Crue do.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, man.
Yeah, they had a lot more Queen influence.
Yeah.
In some of their stuff, November Rain, and a lot more operatic, and I like that. It shows they had a little bit more to give than just some guys in t-shirts playing music.
I love when you showed me the Alice Cooper song that
Nobody Likes Me.
Nobody Likes Me. That
I love
reminded
that.
me of Queen a lot.
Yeah, I love Alice Cooper too, man. Great.
If it wasn't for the great mind of Frank Zappa, we would have never known who Alice Cooper ever was.
That's crazy, man. Give it up to Frank.
Yeah, man. It's weird that, someone that was casted as a weird individual did his own thing, but also brought up some cool people. Captain Beefheart.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper, he revitalized the fucking Grand Funk Railroad, you know what I'm saying, after their last album. He did some shit, It's
That
cool
album was badass too.
good singing, good playing. Pick it up if you ever see it at a store.
Yes. He also came from a military family.
Yeah, his dad was basically a rocket scientist.
He really did have like a strong passion.
Yeah, man.
When it came to the country.
No drinking, no drugs for him. He just drank black coffee and smoked Winston's. Dude, the guy had a mind, man.
Yeah.
What was that we was talking about where all those dudes are from that one neighborhood pretty much?
Yeah.
The Laurel Canyon thing.
Yeah, from Laurel Canyon. And he was part of that.
Tell these people about that shit, man.
Yeah.
That shit blew my mind.
There's a guy named David McCowan who really like dives into it just to give credit and to cite things so people can go and look into it. Pick up his book, Weird Scenes from the Laurel Canyon. And basically, the thing is that there was this explosion of music in the early mid 60s that all came from the same area. And this was like Buffalo Springfield, the Doors,
Zappa for one too.
Zappa, who was the chick who smoked and drank coffee like crazy. Start with a J.
Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell. But basically, all these people kind of like landed in the same area at the same time and basically took over music and culture. And, acid culture came in and swept through. But all this happened in Laurel Canyon, and they all pretty much have backgrounds and family backgrounds and ties to military. There were a lot of black book secret projects going on, and we all know that Hollywood is deep in bed with the government, and vice versa. So the conspiracy basically behind all this is that the government brought us the 60s movement, which also has been proven with the fact of acid being pushed and things like this. Some of the early Grateful Dead movements and things that were going on, there were a lot of talk that a lot of that was being pushed by the government as far as the drugs. So this culture was thrust on us in the midst of everybody going against the war. Everybody,
I was about to say, why not the nation, the youth is almost sort of rebelling against government. Why not give them some medicine to sort of dumb them down?
Exactly, and that's exactly
and
when
good
all
rock
that
and roll,
happened. Yeah, and that's when that scene exploded. And so, basically, what we all look back on as the flower power movement and love and hippies, we almost made it, we almost had it, was all our government anyway, who wanted us to deal with that. And like I said, there's been proof that's come out as far as the drugs, as far as people in the CIA and Black Book government projects that had ties in the music industry. And so all this kind of comes together, and when you put all the pieces together, it might sound crazy abstract, but once you put it together and really look at everything,
you are Michael fucking Jackson. You don't have like a few mil in the bank.
Yeah.
You got probably a few $100 million, if not close to $1 billion somewhere you can
Michael
fuck
Jackson
with.
Well,
had to have $1 billion.
the thing is, though, if you go back and watch a lot of those interviews around that time,
Yeah, he was saying some really crazy shit, man.
He was dropping some knowledge that shit wasn't right.
And it kind of wasn't in Michael's
He
vein.
always had.
Yeah, but like this was him speaking out more than ever before, and that's right before his death. That shit's not
on his
right,
shit,
man.
He really was. So
and that seems to happen to everyone who
To everybody.
Chris Cornell right before his death.
he was exposing some child pedophilia or
Child
something.
pedophilia, which has been a huge thing that has been bubbling for a long time, is finally starting to kind of, I think, break through finally, and we all are realizing how bad it is, and that literally right around the corner right now, some girl's getting picked up. It's sad as fucking terrible to say.
It
that
is
it's happening.
sad, but that's the world we live in.
But we have to be aware.
We do.
We can't close our eyes and say, "Oh, bad things happen." No. Like it's time to start dealing with the things that we've put off for so long that we know exist.
For sure. And I'm also same sort of just side thing. I'm also a firm believer if something happens to you, you need to speak up that second. You don't need to wait 20 years to bring shit up. If something bad happened to me, I'm going somewhere right now and I'm making a fucking statement, or I'm going to the police or whatever. I'm not waiting 20 years to just fucking bring up bullshit that happened when I should have said something a long fucking time ago.
Granted, people discuss fear. And fear is that I mean, yes.
But the biggest step of overcoming that is admitting that shit happened, and I want either justice or I want the right to, or the wrong to be right.
It's time to stop wiping things under the rug.
Yeah, dude. People need to start owning up to shit and just being more real. And I think, if we all thought a little bit more differently, we might come together a little bit more on certain things.
Yeah, man.
Social media and lack of communication has really destroyed a lot of things that made this country good.
Yeah.
So...
It did a bunch of good, but it did a bunch of bad.
It is.
The whole internet in general is a double-edged sword.
I think 100% we've hit some real shit just then.
Yeah,
because I think if we were all a little bit more compassionate and thought with our hearts more than our heads, we'd be a little bit more better off. And as far as the communication thing, I think it's something that we have going now with 6 beers in, that we can bring some real conversation back to the forefront. We're using the internet, but I feel like this is something people are missing out on. I think it's a good thing. Good conversation,
real
man.
conversation.
Yeah. That's right, man. But yeah, we've touched on some good points. I think we're going to come back and we're going to have we got a free for all segment for you guys, and it's going to be fun. I think Alan, you got to eat the last chip there before we leave, buddy.
It's like the biggest one that was in the bag.
Alan, what do you think about that?
This is about to be hot.
Well, I give you credit because you got it in before the last segment, but we'll be right back, and we'll see how Alan feels.
Richard! Fucking zombies.
Oh my god!
hot dog. Igloo, hot dog. Igloo, hot dog.
Dog igloo.
Igloo. Drop the bass. Hot dog. Igloo, hot dog. Igloo, hot dog. Igloo. We are back 6 beers in. I think we've recovered from those godforsaken ghost pepper chips.
Yeah.
I don't feel any burn anymore.
I'm good now.
Yeah, I do feel much better.
We thought we were going to lose you, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was over.
Well,
I thought I was gonna die on this podcast.
Over.
we were here for you.
There was one other time last week, man. Like I almost died, choking on a noodle from chicken noodle soup. I seriously was gonna I thought I was gonna die in my bedroom, sitting there like a lazy fuck with a bowl of chicken noodle soup.
You can't even get into heaven with a death like that.
You know what I'm saying? No, you
They
can't.
look like you die how?
You can't get anywhere with a death like that.
What was you eating?
Saint Peter will look at you and be like, "Bro, go try again."
Was it one noodle or did you
Richard-
take like a big bite?
Richard C. Wright, Death by Noodle.
Yeah.
One noodle.
Yeah, one noodle.
Listen, we feel pity amongst you, so we're sending you back to Earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Find another alternate death.
Yeah, choke that shit back up.
Yeah. And then, like, the next memory is
back
just
the
you.
fuck up off the ground. Chicken noodle soup noodles are the softest noodles that there are.
Right.
You
Exactly.
can't die from that. Get
Yeah.
up. Like, quit bullshit and get the fuck up off the ground.
Yeah, dude. I think that's what happened. Like I died last week. I mean, that would make like the 3rd time I've officially died in life, but it's crazy.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens out here.
That fucking song is creepy, but I love that jam.
It's
That's one of yours. That's one of yours, right?
Yeah, that's one of mine.
That's awesome, man. Are you excited for Bucket Blast Fest?
I like how like anyone that has to you like a creepy tint at all, you're like, that's you, right? But you're always right.
Yeah, dude. You know, I can always,
you call it. You call it. You know.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
don't
are you
think-
excited for Bucket Blast Fest?
Man, I'm so excited for Bucket Blast Fest. We're going out there with the show, right?
That's right. You can probably see us a segment out there or something.
Yeah, let's do it, dude. Let's do that. Let's do a
We
segment
might do a
out there.
seg out there.
That would be cool.
Walk
Interview some
around.
bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that'll be cool. Maybe, if you guys want to come see it live.
Hey, you know
just
what?
throwing that
guys?
out there.
Hey, we forgot to turn the fan off.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It'll be all right.
we should turn the fan off.
Let the people know we need some air. But yeah,
Yeah,
let's-
we
we
ladies
can
and gentlemen,
turn
this
it
is what goes on. We got this fan in here,
We're really hot.
and we're hot.
We try to cut it off when we
But-
record.
Yeah, but either way, I think it's going to be fine. If not, if you want to turn it off, it's okay with me.
It should be okay.
If I can deal with those fucking Satan's ass chips, I can deal with no fan.
Right.
But it is our biggest fan since it's here all the time,
It is our biggest fan.
and it's purple. I feel like it's a Prince
It
fan.
is purple.
Yeah,
Like, that's Prince. Prince is a fan of us.
he's
you know?
here. He's here,
Whoa.
blessing us with his magic
we
wisdom.
talk a lot about Bowie, but that's probably, I got into Bowie, but that's probably one of my biggest fucking just all around musical inspirations that sort of meant a lot to me, and that was a big hit when he fucking died.
I feel
like-
like those two hang out now.
Oh, yeah,
a lot. You know.
Prince could dress like a fucking straight up woman and steal your bitch.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, yeah.
Steal everybody's
Prince
bitch.
could do anything and steal your bitch. Could you imagine that kind of power? I mean, like that kind of power.
To just
Like,
be like, hey.
like-
and then somebody
yeah.
be like, oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Just, hey, just.
How are you today?
How are you?
How are you?
He was such a shy little fuck,
shit.
too.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I'm
But
not saying it out loud.
but
All I'm
he had
thinking,
the most
fuck,
confident.
Prince was talking to me. Oh shit! I just said that out loud.
Right, right, right. He was the most confident shy person in the world, though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
man.
Like he was shy and had that tendency, but come on, dude. Like
He-
that motherfucker didn't know he was Prince.
He was gangster.
He was gangsta
He
as
tell
fuck.
you what's what. Immediately.
Yeah, he was straight up savage. He'd fuck you up.
I
Probably.
love some of the crazy stories I've heard from like people in Hollywood and shit that just like got to hang out with them.
Dude,
Yeah,
Charlemagne from one of those radio stations that's on the interweb in New York or whatever. He said that Prince came into the studio and Prince was floating at least 6 inches off the ground when he came in, and then he landed.
I
And then
believe
they
it.
talked for a second, and then people tried to take pictures of him and stuff. Well, he asked them, could they get a picture? He said no. And then people was trying to sneak pictures of him. And then when they went and looked at the pictures were all black. And then they said when it was time for him to leave, he fucking floated off the ground and floated away. And
Prince was a
said they
wizard.
they
Are
said,
you, dude?
no, I'm dead serious. They
That
said,
is fucking insane.
and
He's
there's
a wizard, bro.
You can look it up. There's multiple
was.
stories of people talking about him just disappearing and shit. Like,
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
said he was like
Yeah.
superhumanly fast.
I've heard that a lot. Like
I
people
bet-
would be in the mid conversation and would turn, and like Prince would be gone and like nowhere to be seen. I've heard that a lot.
They said one time he jumped off the stage in front of the guardrail. Like, there's like a gap between him and the stage.
Yeah,
And then there's the guardrail, and then there's all the people.
yeah.
Right? And they said he jumped off the stage and fucking just disappeared.
Wow. That's insane, man. A buddy of mine told me, it wasn't a superhuman Prince experience, but he's a traveling musician, and he's based out in Houston. But he knows a guy in Australia who does the same thing. And apparently this guy had gotten pretty, big on the indie scene in Australia, and he won like a contest to like put a song out or something for the radios out there, some shit like that.
Yeah.
But either way, Prince just found him one day. Not like at a show, just I guess on the internet. Either way, Dino was telling me his buddy got an email from Australia, and it was from Prince. And it was like, well, hey, hit me up if you're ever in the States, basically. So, like, dude just kind of sat on it for a year. And he came over here to the United States one year and did some touring. And he ended up hitting Prince up. And he was like, I called him. And it was like one of his assistants answered. And they were like, oh, okay, we know exactly who you are. He's been waiting for you. Like, no shit. He's been waiting for you. And he got on the phone with him. He was so quiet. He was just like, is it you? And he was like, yeah, dude, I'm in the States. I can come fly there. He was like, be there tomorrow. Be here. And I'll have people pick you up, And he's like, dude, it was cool. He was like, we went and hung out, and he talked about music, and we just talked for a while. And he said, next thing you know, he's like, you got a guitar with you, baby? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, you got an amp? And he's like, next thing you know, dude, we're jamming like fucking Kiss and Bambi and fucking I Will Die For You, and like, dude, great shit. He's like, dude, he got to jam with Prince, man. It's a great
Hell
story.
yeah,
So
dude.
he was a cool guy too,
Yeah.
He respected good music. He was a far out dude, man.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Kick it with Prince.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Jam with him. Play one of his songs with him.
Yeah, dude. Prince's Bambi will forever be one of my most favorite guitar solos of all time. Prince is sort of overlooked, but he's known for guitar. But God, he was a fucking player. If you didn't know that,
Oh, yeah.
I would recommend listening to Bambi by Prince or the intro to Dove's Cry.
Lenny Kravitz has his guitar.
The
Has one of them.
the Hofner. No, the Hofner's probably at the estate. I don't think they're ever going to get. That's like his number one. He probably got He's probably got like a
Probably a couple.
the cymbals
purple.
guitar.
Yeah.
God damn, Prince.
Dude.
Dude, Lenny Kravitz, man. I saw a video about him. He's got everybody's stuff. He's got like Muhammad Ali's boots with blood still on them. Fucking James Brown's boots. Jimi Hendrix whole outfit from one of his albums. John Lennon's sweater. Yoko Ono gave it to him.
That's crazy.
Like, he has all types of
Just memorabilia.
crazy stuff. But it's
Yeah.
like actually from the people. Well, there's this theme park in France. I think it's called like Pas de Foy or de Faux. And they are training these super smart crows they got, I guess, to pick up cigarette butts and trash in exchange for food. And they clean up the theme park.
That's really cool.
Crows have the intelligence of a 7-year-old child. or 5-year-old child, something like that. That's fucking legit.
Oh no, man.
That's crazy.
It's the shit. It's the truth. Every morning, my dad goes down to the house, and for the past year, 2 crows will wait on him. So he throws out a sausage and biscuit.
Yeah.
He'll always eat like half of it, and then he'll throw like the last little bit out. Yep, it was one, and now another one came, and they know exactly what time he'll be down there.
Yeah.
They know exactly what time
That's crazy.
he leaves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got the memory. The memory of a 7-year-old.
Well, I don't know, man. I think they're very intelligent.
There's 7-year-olds that can fucking play whole Metallica songs while singing the Metallica song.
I know,
Yeah.
but crows don't have opposable thumbs,
Very true.
so they're doing more. They're
Very
doing
true.
more.
They can play a piano. They can be hopping.
Well, they're much more.
I guarantee there's a
basic.
crow that plays piano.
Yeah.
If you took 2
I
crows,
guarantee in this world a crow has played piano.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt it. No.
Yeah, I guarantee
Dude,
you
just
that.
because we said it, yeah,
Yeah.
it's happened 5,000 times.
Yeah.
I just ate another one of those ghost chips.
Wow.
I don't know.
For some odd reason, man, I want to see just like a dolphin come out of water playing guitar like Slash in November Rain.
That was the most funniest part of that fucking
I
video.
pictured
Dude.
it as you said it,
Right.
I did too.
like the sun setting and shit.
With the
like,
top hat.
That's fucking hilarious, man.
and long hair though.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's cool. They're using animals to help out with a problem that humans create. Fuck it, man. Give them a job. What else are crows going to do? They
Dude.
fucking squawk and they shit everywhere. Give them a job.
Yeah, that's crazy
fucking
news.
feed 'em.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Speaking of somebody who needs a fucking job,
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
nah, I don't know if she needs a job or not. But this lady in St. Petersburg ran down the street butt ass naked on crack and meth because she was trying to escape a giant spider.
All right.
And the cops caught her, and then she admitted to all of it.
Wow.
If it isn't our old arch nemesis, Jeffrey! Jeffrey's back, ladies and gentlemen, and he is pissed.
Last week on Jeffrey Dead, Cooper almost got killed by Jeffrey because Jeffrey was building a well, but he couldn't get a good sports structure down, and he was doing a good, but as Jeffrey going through the red ass straight good.
She was 40.
You know, drugs of that caliber
She didn't
can
look,
fuck you up.
She didn't look that bad.
Really?
She didn't look like she does that much crack and meth.
You never know, man.
She does it, but
You never
Yeah,
know.
you never know. But,
Yeah.
you know, Jesus fucking Christ.
Ah, dude.
A
Yeah.
giant spider. Could you imagine that? What if bugs were that big?
I don't
That's
want-
fucking insane.
No. Happy things, happy things, happy things.
no more heebie-jeebies.
You know, just let's think about this. What
No.
if the Big Bang, or no, not the Big Bang. What if like the big fucking asteroid that hit Earth? What if?
It made all those insects like.
Well, no. What if it never happened? And what if we still had dinosaurs? And like every day,
Well-
instead of like, well, we're having a severe weather outlook today, and we're going to have storms. Just be like, pterodactyls are in the area today, and they are in feeding season, and you're going to need to get out of the way and stay indoors. And if you have ironclad on your windows, it's good to have them on right now and get those enforced. Get your guns ready. It's
Oh,
pterodactyl
dude.
season.
You imagine like water, like seas and shit, like shipments and like, oh god, that could be crazy.
Kraken.
Yeah. Comes out of the water playing guitar like Slash with the
with a bunch of different necks and a bunch of different hands, it's like an octopus. And making the most beautiful music ever.
Right. But dude, no,
So-
that's a really good. That's a good idea. I could.
Dude, with the
That'd
asteroids,
be fucked up.
Dude, this will be fucked up. With the asteroids, I was watching Supernatural, and this doesn't make you'll see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was watching Supernatural.
Do you watch
and all the-
Supernatural alone? I mean, sometimes, but mostly it's with your girlfriend, right?
Yeah,
Women love Supernatural.
yeah, they do.
They really do.
Yeah.
It's a
Bitches
good
love
show,
Supernatural.
but bitches love Supernatural.
But anyway,
It's like Anne Rice books.
You know, so many people are gonna watch this and be like, "What?"
Yeah, but there's gonna be but there's gonna be a lot of people watching it that are like, "Damn, though." They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah, right.
bitches love Anne Rice books.
But yeah, I was watching Supernatural. The angels, dude, did some kind of spell where all the angels got cast out of heaven, right, and got locked out, pretty much.
Sounds like what happened to Satan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm getting at.
Sounds familiar.
And this is what I'm getting at. One of the dinosaurs and those meteors and stuff that destroyed everything on Earth then were angels falling because it was Satan and a third of his angels that got cast down too. One of it was angels hitting the Earth, just blowing shit the fuck up because they were angels are stars, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that would be like a fucking small planet like hitting the Earth, right?
Damn.
That explains the Grand Canyon.
Possibly.
Yeah.
What if that was Satan?
Yeah. Or an angel.
Or-
you know?
Or like a multitude of angels just hitting some really
which
Yeah.
I think
brittle rock.
I think there's a very familiar thing with like angels and aliens, and like either way you look through like history, you could say the same thing with both, you know, because I believe a lot of the times like what we believe are aliens and like think are aliens could be the other thing or vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like one of those angels hitting the Earth was the thing that divided the one continent into, you know,
Pangea.
I mean, there's a reason like the Book of Enoch was taken out of the Bible and shit, man. And there's a lot of like part of the fables and like stories and things, and even pre-Christianity, because half of the stories and fables in the Bible you can find in civilizations that were around before. So these things have been tradition for a long time, you know, passed down and stuff. And there's a lot of it that got cut out to what we have as religion now,
Yeah.
Christianity.
Check out the Book of Enoch.
Yeah,
If
check
you
out the Book of
haven't.
Enoch, man. Look into that shit.
You know what I couldn't get past? Harold begot Samuel. Joseph begot
Yeah.
Arnold, begot Samuel's brother, begot Jesus, begot.
Son
I
of
got to that and
David.
I was like, you know what?
Who lived to be
This is a little freaky
700.
diggy for me, and I don't like the numbers halfway through the pages. I'm throwing this out. I didn't throw it out. I just put it in a drawer. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It became a motel piece at that point. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
like most Bibles in America,
Yeah.
they're in a motel in the first drawer
What's that song? What's the Beatles song?
with the remote.
What's that song?
Gideon's Bible.
Yeah. Rocky Raccoon checked into his room.
Only to find Gideon's Bible.
Dude, that was a song, man.
The Beatles were an incredible songwriting force.
That's one of McCartney's that I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it was so off the cuff, and I was like, oh, okay. You know?
I always thought she's leaving home. Oh. That's probably one of the most heartfelt songs he's ever sung.
Why don't we do it in the road?
Yeah.
That was McCartney. I thought that was a little out of his box. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that was okay. I see you.
We can't forget Chubby Checker and the Twist. That song changed
Let's
music.
do the twist.
That motherfucker still toys, motherfucker. Jesus Christ, man. Can you imagine just being
think
alive when all
about-
that music was
Yeah,
made?
yeah, that's what I was just thinking, man. Think about like, all right, your high school dance. All right, 50s. Blue moon. Today. Shake your ass, girl, bitch. Shake your ass, girl.
Grind up on the
Yeah,
bitch.
like, wow. Times have changed
Yeah,
so
dude.
much.
My 8th grade formal, I will never forget this shit. My dad and grandma and mom and all of them was like, "You're going," you know. And I was a rock and roller back in the day, so I just hung out with my friends the whole time, and we ate the finger foods, and we just talked about Slipknot and smoking Camels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dumb shit you do.
Yeah.
Well, I'll never forget, like, some of the peppy bitches, I guess, showed up drunk or whatever. I don't know. Next thing I know, they're trying to teach me how to dance, and they're doing that whole grinding their ass on my fucking dick, and I'm in 8th grade, and I'm fucking fat, and I got long hair, and I'm stupid, and I don't know what the fuck to do. It's like, this is overwhelming. Can we not just fucking hold hands and dance to a song? Like, that age is gone. It's basically, let me rub my fucking taint all over your groin.
Crazy, ain't it?
Let's have a fucking fun 8th grade formal. No,
Yeah.
I was there for the fucking finger food and Fanta.
Right. Right.
Have y'all seen pictures of Betty White from back in the day? Woo! With that big fucking booty of hers, tear-dropping fucking huge titties.
Yeah.
I ain't shitting, dude. Betty White was fucking... She made Marilyn Monroe look like fucking Ellen DeGeneres. You know, we went from chicks like that and fucking Marilyn Monroe and fucking Jackie Kennedy and just so many Audrey Hepburn and shit like that to fucking Cash Me Outside and fucking the Kardashians, you know?
Yeah.
Those seem to be like the sex symbols nowadays. It's like it's so fake and fake and fake and fake, you know?
And I have kind of noticed, like, a couple years ago, it was that, like, dying skinny. You know what I'm saying? Like, deathly skinny, like maybe 10, 20 years ago, I'm thinking, actually. But, you know, and now it's
Let me
turned...
see that shit.
It's kind of turned around a little bit now, but...
I think he discovered it.
You know, bigger chicks, love yourself, man. Skinny chicks, fucking run with what you got, dude.
Hey, there's some beautiful
Small
big
tits?
ladies out there.
Yeah, small tits, big tits. Your tits are
And they
beautiful.
have some of the best fucking outlooks on life.
Girls of all kinds.
Yeah, there are beautiful girls. All of you are beautiful.
God,
Look at
Betty
that.
White.
Look at you, Betty. Oh, Betty.
And butter my bread any day, Betty.
Girl.
Betty White. Yo,
Killing it, bro.
if
She
I
was
get a time
killing it.
machine,
Right.
I'm coming for Betty White.
Smashing it. That's a fucking national treasure.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, it's a lie.
No.
Yep, that's not Betty White.
God damn it. I want to thank these guys for being on once again. You guys can check them out at All Together Music Facebook, and if you're on YouTube, you should give us a subscribe, like there. You know, subscribe to our shit because you know you want to. Take it away, boys.